It's official and 2K26 is finally here. And in the last 48 hours, 2K has dropped over 20 gameplay updates for 2K26. And that is all thanks to Mr. Mike Wang coming back to the 2K community. Every single year, Mike Wang comes back and he answers all the gameplay questions that the community has. So if you want your questions answered, make sure you go to the 2K community Discord right now. And I'm gonna go over every single gameplay update in depth and what that means for 2K26. So make sure you lock it in because you don't want to miss a second of this video.
Yo, look who I'm in the game with, bro. I'm with ex-Uncle Kano's game,
Yo,
bro.
oh my god, no way.
Look at him right here. Look how delicious he is. Look how Adam got it.
Finally, we're 1 month away from 2K26. And I'm gonna go over every single gameplay update we've had, and I'm gonna give you everything you need to know. So lock it in. In the last 48 hours, there's been over 7 shooting updates for 2K26. 2K's added some brand new features to shoot the ball, so make sure you lock it in. Mike Wang really went above and beyond and took out RNG for 2K26. And if you look closer at Mike Wang's answer, it says this is the very first time we're ever gonna be getting a pure green window. So what that means, you might see players this year in 2K26 shooting above 70%. If you were shooting at least 50% on 2K25, you better guarantee you're going to be shooting above 70. And if you look at the very bottom of this answer, it even says on pro or lower difficulties, you're always going to be able to make whites. So I need to find out what difficulty the park's going to be on in 2K26, because I need to know if whites are going to go in. And as of right now, Mike Wang even said you don't get a boost when you use rhythm shooting. Somebody asked Mike Wang to compare rhythm shooting to button shooting for 2K26. And in the very first sentence, Mike Wang comes out and says the goal is to make rhythm shooting and button shooting basically the exact same. And the main reason you're not going to see a boost when you're rhythm shooting, because in 2K25, it gave you a 70% boost to your green window. Even with the RNG, sometimes it felt like you couldn't miss a shot. And right in the middle of his answer, he even says that both of them are going to have their own pros and their own cons. But Mike Wang himself even says that rhythm shooting is definitely more rewarding. And with 2K26 completely improving the rhythm shooting mechanics, I can just pray that it's back. And the main thing we need fixed with rhythm shooting is it has to register as a rhythm shooting shot every time that I shoot. And on top of that, sometimes you'd shoot the ball in the corner and you get a very late glitch or a very early. It didn't matter how you timed it, no matter what. If you shot the ball, you were getting a late or an early. And another update 2K has is they're bringing back the boost when you turn off your meter. In 2K26, you need to make sure you're never shooting the ball with your jump shot meter. It's been that way for a couple 2Ks now. And it's official, 2K's bringing back the 24 meters, the 25, and they added a brand new one for 2K26. And this year, they're going to have the green at the very top instead of getting it into the spot. And in 2K25, they completely changed the jump shot meter to try to combat the Zenner. That didn't work, so now we get our green window inside of our meter. That's one of the best things you could possibly hear if you're driving to the rim or if you're doing layups. 2K's even going to be bringing back the instant green. This one left some people confused. Not every single build in the game is going to be able to get an instant green animation. But if you look at the very bottom, you have to have an excellent release, you have to be wide open, and you have to be a good shooter. The reason they made it like this is because people would just cherry pick in previous 2Ks when they knew the shot wasn't going in. So instead of giving it to everybody, what they did is gave it to real shooters so people couldn't cherry pick every single time they went down the court. And you can even get an instant green if you shoot with a button or if you use rhythm shooting. It's official. There's no more high and low risk when you're shooting the ball. Everybody shooting the ball is going to have a level playing field, so that adds a skill gap to 2K26. And in competitive game modes, there's going to be a pure green window, so you'll never see a white go in ever again. And 2K is introducing a brand new shooting mechanic called the no-dip shooting. And this is for people who are real shooters and need to get the shot off fast. The example 2K gave for this was the Klay Thompson jump shot. Mike Wang came out himself and said we don't get a boost even if we use the new shooting mechanic. But then at the very end, Mike Wang came out and said that could change depending on how the results go. And as of right now, 2K is giving out a total of 5 dribbling updates for 2K26. And somebody asked Mike Wang, is there any other changes to dribbling besides the size? If you look right here, it says that you're going to be able to chain way more dribbles together. And on top of that, Mike Wang even said you're going to have way more responsiveness when you're doing these dribbles. The key word here is when he says you can interrupt more dribble moves than you could in 2K25. When Mike Wang says the word interrupt, he means you can cancel your dribble. And that possibly means 2K26 can have the L2 cancel and the left stick cancel. And with post scorers having their own post go-to shots, you can cancel these moves. And 2K even says that they made dribbling faster for 2K26. This very last statement from Mike Wang basically proves 2K's bringing tall guards back. 2K finally brought back the Scottie Pippen behind the back, and this move is absolutely insane. And if they're already telling us that we're getting Scottie Pippen behind the back, can you imagine what else we're about to get? All guards really need to make a comeback. Mike Wang even came out and answered us about speed boost. And it looks like you're going to need ratings if you want to be able to speed boost. Just like 2K25, it says right here, it can vary based on your dribble style. I don't know about you, but I need all the dribble styles to make a return for every single build. So it looks like burst and explosive dribbles is going to be based off your dribble style and strictly off your rating. And yes, the post go-to shots are going to be absolutely broken for 2K26. And these go-to shots are absolutely insane. And post scorers didn't have this in 2K25, so I can only imagine how good this is going to be when the game drops. It looks like 2K is going against spamming the same move over and over. If you spam the same escape move over and over, you're just going to lose adrenaline every time you do. And with adrenaline basically being the exact same thing as 2K25, you're only going to get 3 bars, so that means you get 3 escape moves. That's probably one of the biggest reasons why 2K completely redid the size up. 2K25, the Curry escape was absolutely OP. But for 2K26, 2K added a feature where you can have 2 different sizes. You can do the normal size up how we've always done it by flicking your right stick up diagonal without holding sprint. But you can now chain together so many more dribble moves because 2K added a brand brand new way to do size Basically, what I'm telling you, you can have on Steve Francis size up and the Trae Young, but they both have different controls. You can now flick up on your right stick 2 times, and you're going to do the other size up that you've got to quit. Somebody asked Mike Wang if they redid the shot contest system, and it's completely redone. You now have 3 different levels of contest, and you can even contest a jump shot with your right stick. In 2K25, if you held your right stick up, somebody was going to shoot over you every single time. With 2K adding the right stick feature back, it looks like lockdowns are going to be contesting shots way more often. And if you look right here, it says there's a no jump contest, so does that mean ghost contests are coming back for 2K26? And of course, you've got your jump contest. In 2K25, Mike Wang wanted you to jump at every single jump shot. And what this would lead to is people spamming the screens, the guards getting wide open, the big man coming up, and now the other person's got the rebound. And if the shot contest system was different on 2K25, then the threes court probably would have had a whole new map. Now it looks like all you post scorers that do nothing but put your back to the basket, we can pull the chair. For some reason, 2K took this away for 2K25, and nobody knows why. The entire reason you have to be able to pull the chairs because as a guard on the one-on-one court, you have to be able to get a stop. And if there's a post scorer going against a 6'2 guard, then odds are you're never getting the stop. But thank you, 2K, for adding a way for guards to get a stop. 2K even updated the lane steals, and they updated on-ball steals. Now if you position yourself in the right spot, it says you're more likely to get a stop or get a steal. In the animation where you can a defender up and get a steal, 2K completely took that out of the game. If you look at the bottom sentence, it says it's going to have the same effectiveness as 2K25. If you ask me, they're probably going to be a little bit more responsive, so you're going to get way more steals. That was another major issue for 2K25. Once a big man got the rebound, all they would do is pass back out. 9 times out of 10, he's probably dexing around with a 99 speed, so you're going to reach and you're never going to get the steal. If we're going based off realism, I need realistic defense. If I get a stop or if I reach at the right time, I want the steal every time. And with 2K starting to lean more towards the visual cues, you can almost guarantee that one day your visual cue will be on steal. The motion styles are going to play even a bigger part this year than in 2K25. This year for 2K26, motion styles are going to be locked behind an attribute cap. But it looks like there's going to be meta motion styles for every single build. So you're going to be making builds based off the motion style, so that way you can move the quickest when you're running around the court. Mike Wang even says in the very top sentence, it's the same exact thing for dribble styles. So it looks like you're going to have meta dribble styles in order to speed boost again in 2K26. And in 2K25, all the small guards had to have Darian Garland to speed boost out of every single dribble. And with all the tall guards being neglected the entire year, you can almost expect 2K26 to be the meta of tall guards. And the standing dunk meter has made its way back for 2K26. And in 2K25, it felt like you didn't even know where to time. So now this year, 2K completely reworked the timing of the dunk meter, and it looks like you're going to get a way bigger window. So it looks like you're going to need a high standing dunk when you make a big man if you want to dunk on everybody. And the reason 2K is making the green window bigger for standing dunks because in 2K25, it was so fast you actually did not know where to time. And if you have a big man that's going to abuse standing dunk, that's where 2K brought in pulling the chair. But if that doesn't work, these post scores are going to be absolutely OP with the new dunk meter. I've been talking about green and rebounds. Well, Mike Wang explained exactly what it means when you green a rebound. As the big man, what you need to be watching for is the ball to take the last bounce off of the rim. If you can time out that jump, you're going to get a competitive edge over the other big every single time. That's also a major skill gap. The better you can get at timing your jumps, the more rebounds you're going to get. And it says if 2 big men green a rebound at the same exact time, the person who has a higher rating, weight, or better positioning is going to be the one to get the rebound. If you're a big man on a small guard trying to get the rebound, you still have to jump. If you don't jump just because you have a small guard, the guard can green the rebound and still get a board. So it looks like rebounding is going to take a little bit more effort this year and a little more thought. And 2K completely changed the way you throw a self lob and the flashy pass. If you want to throw a self lob on Xbox this year, you have to make sure you're tapping X and Y. What they did is they changed that control from A and B to X and Y. And if you're on PlayStation, all you have to do is press square and triangle. And the reason 2K changed all those controls is because they added the wrap. And if you want to dot the corner on the pass, all you have to do is double tap B or double tap circle. It's the same buttons as flashy pass from 2K25. That addition right there is absolutely critical for anybody who plays Comp 5v5 Pro. Most people already know 2K completely reworked the layups. When they added rhythm shooting to 2K25, that was the meta. But with 2K implementing a brand new mechanic for layups, I'm telling you right now, layups are going to be OP. And what it says right here is you can basically expect the same exact package as you had from last year on this. But instead of being tied to one animation for your entire layup package, you can get every individual person for every individual. So if you want to get the Russell Westbrook scooper with the Derrick Rose normal layup, you can do that. Just like in 2K25, you're going to have restrictions, so make sure you're checking what you need. You can finally drive the baseline again on 2K26. Everybody remembers on 2K25, anytime you try to do a layup on the baseline, you ran out of bounds every single time. Well, now for 2K26, that's been completely reworked, so I assume you can do Euro steps and you can even do reverse. And for the point guards who used to push peek up the court, if you hit the baseline, you would lose the ball like somebody was guarding. You shouldn't be able to run out of bounds unless you're directly running out. That's every single update Mike Wang's given us in the last 48 hours. And if you want to win a copy of NBA 2K26, all you have to do is comment below right now. And the only people who can win the copy are the ones who see this exact spot in this video. So make sure you comment below right now. And I'm going to be uploading 2K26 tutorials and news the entire year. So if you want to go into 2K26 with the best chance, make sure you drop a sub right now. Make sure you turn on those post noties because you don't want to miss anything I'm going to drop. We're on the road for 100,000 subs before NBA 2K26 is over. It's officially literally only 4 weeks left until 2K26 drops. So make sure you lock it in and get ready.